Webster's definition for theater says entertainment in the form of a dramatic or diverting situation or series of events. Theater can be so much more, though. It can make all the difference to just one person. For some people, it's the only time they can truly be themselves. And lately, theater has become increasingly popular, and in turn, so have theater classes in schools. However, many people believe that these classes don't belong in schools. Instead, we need to focus on the Common Core subjects of English, math, social studies, and science. That the arts need to be pushed back or completely forgotten. These people believe that we get nothing of value from these classes. They couldn't be more wrong. People tend to think, what can theater do for me in the future? What careers can it possibly aid me in or lead me to? The answer to this all depends on what part of it you want to go into. If you want to do more with acting, you of course have TV shows, movies, and live theaters to work in. But there are some jobs people tend to forget about, such as theme parks and cruise lines. If we didn't have these jobs, Disney wouldn't have any princesses. If you want to do more with directing, you obviously have director's position, but it can also aid in almost any leadership position, just knowing how to delegate jobs and get a lot done in a very short amount of time. For business, you have the opportunities to run a theater, produce shows, become an agent, or even work in stock productions. When people think of theater and acting, all they tend to think about is pretend. This, however, is not even close to all that it is. There's so much more that you're able to learn just from being in one play. Different plays contain retellings of historic events. The article, Enriching the Minds of Our Youth, The Importance of Theater in Education, says that theater teaches as much about history as it does about the student participating therein. An example of a historic retelling is the new musical on Broadway, Hamilton, the story of one of our founding fathers, Alexander Hamilton. The show makes the history of this man and the birth of our nation so much more interesting. Along with history, you can also learn so much about English. When in your English class, we tend to learn about Shakespeare, Beckett, or Sophocles. These men each wrote many plays, and what better way to learn about them than to be in them? Not only do we learn about these things that can help us in school, but we also learn about things that can help us out in the world. We're able to learn about culture in today's world, and since we're constantly surrounded by different cultures. In theater, you have to step into them and to be able to play your character. The article, Why Do Kids Need Theater?, says that these shows give a glimpse into other people's lives. Theater allows you to step into someone else's shoes and see life from their point of view. It gives you a look into many different things without having to go to such great lengths. Besides learning about these different areas, you also learn many different skills. You learn teamwork. If you can't work well with other people, almost anything in life will be difficult. You become good at scheduling. Everything has to fit and work together, which goes hand in hand with multitasking. In most theaters, people have more than one job. You have people who are actors and also double as prop movers. People have more than one character to learn as well. Working in theater also allows your confidence to grow. Actors have to stand in front of hundreds of people and put on a show. When they hear the applause, it helps their confidence grow and become better actors. For some, theater is just a way to spend a weekend night. For some, it's just something to help pad their resumes. This is not the case for my friends and myself. For me, theater is a time where I get to truly be myself. I've found friends who, without this class, I never would have talked to. These people have become another family for me. I can say or do any number of craziness, and they'd never judge me. Now, I can go on and on about what theater means to me and how it's impacted my life, but one person does not speak for the mass. So I asked many of my friends and classmates what theater has done for them. Elijah said, "It has given me a reason to enjoy school and a reason to enjoy and make the most out of life, to actually be myself instead of hiding my true colors." An old friend from South Carolina said, "Theater has given me a safe space to express creative energy and open myself up to new ideas and possibilities." Peyton said, "Theater taught me how to take a negative situation and make it positive. It's taught me how to open up to others while at the same time masking personal issues in order to achieve a goal. Theater gave me a safe place where I knew I wouldn't be judged for who I am." A close friend of mine gave a simple answer of, "It saved me." Kelsey said, "It has given me more confidence and made me feel like I belong somewhere and the confidence to be where I'm meant to be. It's given me hope and a lot of strength I didn't know I even had." Theater has done so much for all of us. It isn't as useless as people tend to think. From teaching us to aiding in our future careers, theater can make an impact. It's the one place where anybody, and I mean anybody, can come together and make an impact for others. James Brown said, "I feel good," and that's how theater makes many people feel. It's important to give students somewhere to be themselves, and school is where we spend most of our time. Theater is important to have in schools.
5 minutes, 6 seconds.